Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, first let me apologize about my appearance. I know I look awful. It's been a long day and I did not do makeup today, and I'm having some issues in here on my face. So yeah, we'll get that out the way. Wanted to come and share with you guys my eyeshadow collection. Some of them I have done looks with, some I have not as of yet. But this is what I currently have. Now what I'm going to try to do is I want to show you my collection, and I know last year I worked so hard on trying to get my actual setup and everything filmed for you guys, and that just never happened because I continue to get so much makeup, and I was trying to find a easy, practical way to organize everything, and it just wasn't what I wanted. So it kind of just sat on my makeup desk vanity and kind of just stood there for a little bit. I'm starting to get it organized and situated, so please be patient. I'm going to start a little series on here where I show you my collection of each categories, and then I will show you how I set up everything and how I put it away and how I store it and all of that. I am on limited space because I do use my bedroom for my makeup room as well, but it works for me either way. And I make it work. So yeah, and so I'm going to be working on getting that organized. I'm also going to be doing a decluttering series as well. I'm going to try to start doing that as well. I don't have a lot compared to most YouTubers, which I will remain nameless because I'm thinking of a few in my head right now. 3 people right now in my head. Maybe you guys know who you are, that has so much, which is fine because we're all makeup lovers, and if you do, more power to you. But this is my collection. I have like a issue with too much stuff and too much clutter, and I get very overwhelmed and a lot of anxiety, so therefore I don't buy everything that I like, or I don't have a huge collection as some people do, which like I said, there's 3 people that comes to mind right now. But anyways, I will message each of them individually just to tease them about it. But they have beautiful collections. And so for me, this is what I have. Now keep in mind as well that this is definitely more than the average person needs. By no means do I need more than 2 to 3 palettes. Let's just be real, okay? But this is what I have because, as you guys are, most of you that I'm subscribed to, and most of you that are my viewers, it's what we love, and we love makeup, so we're going to have a lot of it. So with that being said, this video is in no way trying to brag or boast about what I have. I've been very fortunate and very blessed to have what I have, and I know most people are not able to. But also keep in mind that I am a bargain shopper. If you have not can tell already by a lot of my hauls that I do. I either got something on sale or a coupon, or when I worked at Ulta, I bought a lot of this higher end stuff, which I got a big discount on. And so yeah, just keep that in mind as well, because I know some people can, be offended or whatever. I'm hoping I don't offend anybody with this video, but I do know that this is more than a person needs. So without a further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with this one here. I have it. This is one of those like acrylic holders. And I'm just going to start with this one because it's the smallest holder I have. I wanted to go by like my oldest to my newest ones, but that would take a lot of time for me to try to remember when I bought it and all of that. And then when I do the decluttering series, we're going to start with the eyeshadows and then go, from there, because there's definitely ones that I haven't really used a whole lot in the last year. So I'm probably going to be decluttering those and passing them on. So let's start with the first one. It is the Profusion Cosmetics Mixed Metals Peach Palette. I did a bingo palette to this one day, I believe, and I will see if I can link that video down below if I remember, but this is what it looks like. It has a beautiful mirror. It's those warm, neutral, peachy tones. I did get this on sale. I just can't remember. I know I bought it at Target and I got it on sale, and I want to say it was less than $6, but I don't remember exactly. I do have two BH Cosmetics palettes. This first one is Hanging in Hawaii. Very, very beautiful. When I worked at Ulta, I got these. It has a beautiful mirror. I got these for so cheap. They were on sale. And then I also got an additional discount, and I think I paid like maybe $5 to $6 for each one. Beautiful, beautiful colors. It's a mixture of shimmers and mattes. And then I have this Love in London. Looks like that. And then this one has a mirror as well, and it's those beautiful like neutrals and blues. Super, super gorgeous. And this one as well I got for like less than $7 as well when I worked at Ulta. This is the Tarte Graveyard Girl and Swamp Queen. If you guys are not familiar with Graveyard Girl, she's on YouTube. She's a big YouTuber, and this was a collaboration she did with Tarte. And at that point when I bought this, I wasn't really a big fan of her yet. I hadn't really, didn't really know her. And watched a lot of her videos. I do now, and I do like her. But the only reason at the time I bought it was because I love Tarte, and I just loved the color selection in this. It's so beautiful. It has a highlight, a blush, a bronzer, which is too red for me. It looks so muddy on my skin. And she's fairer than me, and that was very surprising that she did such a reddish toned bronzer, because if I'm darker than her, I can't imagine her wearing that. It's just so muddy looking. It's absolutely beautiful. I haven't played in it a ton. I mean, you can see where I've used. It's a beautiful palette, but I have to say that it didn't meet my expectations, so therefore I'm not gravitating towards it a whole lot. The blush and the highlighter, though, is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that's another one. And then I have this Profusion Eyes palette. It looks like this. You can see how much I paid for it right there on clearance at Target. And this was a couple Christmases ago. And it looks like this. It's just your everyday neutrals palette, some shimmers, and some mattes. So that's it for that one. Let's go ahead and move on. So I'm going to move on to this other thing I have. It's just like a white case, which you'll see later on in my collection, like you will see it later in my makeup setup and all of that. The first palette I have is the Beauty Creation Seduce Me palette. I showed you guys this in a haul some time back. It has a nice little mirror, and this was my first time trying Beauty Creations. It's a very nice brand, very affordable. This has an array of colors, a mixture of colors. Very, very nice, and I paid less than $10 for that. This is another Beauty Creations. I love their little packaging. It does have a nice mirror, and then it has all of these shadows. A really nice array of colors as well. Just really, really beautiful. I have played in them, and they are definitely good shadows. I wouldn't say they're the best on the market, but they are good and worth their price point. And then I have the Urban Decay Born to Run, which everybody's familiar with. Big mirror, nice hefty mirror, beautiful, beautiful shadows. This is one of my absolute favorite shadows of all time. I mean, palettes of all time. You guys have seen me do a bingo palette with this. Me and Stacy did this, a collab. Her channel's Flawed and Fabulous. I will link her down below if I remember. But her and I did a collab on this, and I absolutely love that palette. That is one of my all-time favorite palettes. So for sure, I'm not decluttering that one. And then I have this Violet Voss Essentials palette. This was one that I received in one of my first BoxyCharms. And here are the colors. They're absolutely beautiful. And I have used it, and I do like the formula. I think it's nice. I have the Essence Spice Up Your Life. I told you guys about this palette. It's a nice palette. I think the quality of the shadows are decent. And it's very affordable. And if you are on a budget and just want an array of colors like this, I think that it is a good palette. The Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collaborations, I received these two in gratis when I worked at Ulta Beauty. This first one is in Ring the Alarm. It does have a nice mirror. And these are the shadows right there. Let me see if I could turn this up just a little bit more. It might seem super bright, guys, but these are the shadows right there. And it doesn't like when I put the stuff in there. And then this one is Bling Boss. And I have played in both of these. Not a whole lot, but I do like both of these very, very much. I'm going to play in them a little more, and if I don't seem to use them a whole lot this year, I may go ahead and pass them along. And then I have the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. I have told you guys that this is one of my absolute favorite palettes. And depending how long this video goes, I may have to break it up in two because I don't want it to be so long and overwhelm you guys. So this other container I may hold off, and then I can add those other two palettes to that. So let's just see how it goes. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you guys, now this did get a ton of mixed reviews, but so far I've used it and I love it. I haven't had any issues with the shadows whatsoever. And this I also got when I worked at Ulta Beauty. I got it on sale. They had marked it down from $59 to $35, I believe what it was. But Too Faced at the time was having an additional discount for employees. Plus, I got my discount on top of that. So you were able to get the Too Faced discount and our discount. So I think by the time I got done paying for this, it was like $17. I couldn't pass it up at that point because I kept telling myself, I don't need it, which I don't. But for $17 from $59, I had to buy it and see what all the rave was about, if it was any good, if it wasn't, and you know, all of that. Now these are the 4 Anastasia palettes that I own. I don't believe I own any others than these. The first one is the Modern Renaissance. And this is what it looks like, which most of you are familiar with. Absolutely beautiful, those red tones. I love all of her shadows. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews as well, but I love them. I have the Norvania palette, which is like the purple toned. I love this palette so much. So beautiful. And then I have the Sotry palette, which actually was a gift from a friend that I worked with at Ulta. She gave me this, which was so nice of her. She didn't really use it often, and she didn't really care for the tones, and so she gave this to me. Beautiful, beautiful. And then this one, I think I found this one at TJ Maxx for very inexpensive, like $20 or something like that. The Subculture, and this one had a lot of mixed reviews as well, but what I've used so far I actually liked. It is different than my normal colors that I gravitate towards, but I always like to have something different in my collection so that, you know, I can always try something different. I don't always want to stick with the same tone of looks for myself. And now we have this one here. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold, another one of my favorite palettes. This is so good, you guys. If I were to recommend any Too Faced palette, this would definitely be the one. It's just so gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. It smells like chocolate. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. But if I could recommend any palette, it will be this one. This I did pay full price for. I'm not ashamed to say, because it was definitely worth it, and I would do it again. This is the Beauty Creations, the Sweetest palette. This reminded me of Too Faced, and that's why I purchased it. The packaging is super cute. It does have like a chocolatey smell. Here are the colors. They're kind of on the oranges. Really nice. Your neutral colors for sure. Paid less than $10 for that. And I do like it. I have tried it. I do like it so far. And then the next palette that I have is from Tarte. It's the Aspen Ovard collaboration with Tarte. Beautiful, beautiful packaging, a rose gold with flowers. It has a beautiful mirror, has a blush, a highlighter, and then the shadows. Just your everyday neutrals, but so beautiful. I will say some of the shadows are not as pigmented as Tarte's shadows are, I will admit, but nonetheless, they are absolutely beautiful, and I probably will not get rid of this palette. for the packaging, and the blush and highlighter is absolutely beautiful. They come off nicely. You have to build them up a little bit more, but they're still very, very nice nonetheless. Okay, and then I have this one from Tarte, the Adeline Morin Palette. And it does have a mirror. It has a highlight and a blush. And then the shadows are those bright yellows and orange. I did a collaboration for doing like a candy corn look. And this has a super bright yellow and orange that I used in that collaboration. It was, yeah, candy corn. And that's So-Called Life 1977. I'm so sorry, Nona. I'm sorry, guys. I love her. But yeah, super, super beautiful. This one I also got on sale when I worked at Ulta. They had them down to $19. I think by the time I got my discount, I paid maybe $12 for it. So not too bad. And then I have a NYX palette, Perfect Filter. I did a look using this as well. I think I did a bingo palette, or palette bingo. I'm sorry, I've been saying that wrong the whole time. Beautiful colors. I've never been a big fan of NYX's shadows, but I absolutely love this one. And I paid $2, so can't beat that. I have a Makeup Revolution. This is the Foil Frenzy. So these are all foiled shadows that you can layer over or whatever. I have played in it once or twice. They're not the best, I will be honest. But I need to continue playing in them a little bit more. Maybe trying some glitter glue in my finger and see how that goes. But I wouldn't say that I would recommend it or that it's super, super good, because it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. And then this is one that you know that I love. This is a Profusion Smokey. I got this at Target for $5. You guys are wanting warm, smoky colors. You can't beat this. If you can't find it at Target or on their website, check Amazon. I know they have it for $5.55, somewhere around there, no more than that. It's definitely worth it. I would pay more than that for this. So yeah, love that one. Okay, a few more and then we're going to end this one because it's going to take way too long to show you the other ones. So we're just going to finish up with these and then be done with this video for today. And then we'll do a second video showing you the remaining. Okay, so this is the Deuce by Julius palette. This was a gift from one of my friends, April. Thank you, April. And I've never tried anything from them until she gave me this. And it's a weird mixture of colors, but they're so beautiful. The pans are so big, and I have liked it. Everything I've done with the looks that I've done several looks with this. I really do enjoy it. I would purchase more from Juvia's Place for sure. And then I have the Tarte Toasted palette. Everybody's familiar with this one. Just your everyday neutrals, beautiful palette. It's very popular. You can create so many different everyday looks, glamorous looks. I love it. You guys obviously know I've told you Tarte is one of my absolute favorite brands. And so yeah. And then we have the Dose of Colors Marvelous Mops. This came in one of my BoxyCharms. I do love it. I have used it a couple times. It is really, really nice. Very, you know, purpley. Purple is really good for brown eyes. So I'm going to continue playing with this a little more and see, you know, what I can come up with. Then I have the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. This one, I'm kind of like, I like it. The colors are beautiful. The shadows are not terrible. They are very pigmented, but very powdery. Some are better than others. But yeah, I'm going to continue playing with this before my declutter and see if I'm going to keep that or not, because there's a possibility that I'm going to be getting rid of that. All right, and then the last one in this thing that I have is the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights Dream Street. This is one of my palettes that I've had for quite a while. And I did my one of my first tutorials on this channel, or not even tutorials, but looks using this palette. It's so beautiful. I definitely love ColourPop. I love Kathleen Lights, and I need to play with this a little bit more. So yeah, I do recommend that if you can still get your hands on it as well. Okay, guys. So I showed you what was in my white wooden thing that holds palettes and my little acrylic thing. Video got cut off. Okay. So like I was saying, I'm going to have to cut this into two because I kind of want to tell you what I think about the palettes and all of that, and if I recommend them and what I think about them. So hopefully you don't mind that I'm doing that. So yeah, the next video I'm going to show you the remaining of my palettes, and then I'll film the other video as well, showing the other half of the eyeshadow palette. And this video for now. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy these types of videos. If you do enjoy this and you want me to make it a series on my channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know down in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to start with palettes and then work my way through every category, kind of showing you what I have. And then we'll do a decluttering series where I declutter some things. And then I'll also do where I show you after I declutter and organize and all of that, I will show you my setup and how I organize and store it all. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. This is going to complete this video for now, but until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.